Everybody saw the mask, but nobody noticed this clue.
We back!
What if I told you one of the dumbest, highest, most chaotic characters in Scary Movie might actually have been in on the whole thing? And no, I'm not talking about Ray. I'm talking about Randy Meeks. Because after rewatching Scary Movie 1 and breaking down the brand new Scary Movie 6 trailer, I got a wild theory that actually makes way too much sense. Shorty and the killer might have been secret homies this whole time. Let's start with the most obvious clue. The killer literally calls Shorty just to vibe with him. No threats, no intimidation, just pure chaotic energy. Shorty treats the killer like a friend calling to hang out, and the killer plays along. This is the only time in the entire movie where the killer doesn't try to murder someone immediately. Why? Because Shorty isn't a target. He's a contact. And the killer doesn't hang up. He doesn't get annoyed. He doesn't even break character. He just chills. That's not predator behavior. That's homie behavior. Next major clue. The killer shows up at Cindy's house, and instead of killing Shorty on sight, he gets peer pressure into smoking with her. Shorty literally hands the killer a bomb. The killer accepts, and they get high together. This is the same killer who stabs people for breathing too loud. And he'll take a smoke break with Shorty. That's not coincidence. That's a pre-existing relationship. And when the killer finally snaps and starts killing everyone in the room, Shorty is the only one who survives the rap battle massacre. Coincidence? Or did the killer intentionally spare him? Shorty might act like a clueless stoner, but the lore actually paints him as someone with weirdly deep connections. According to his character bio, Shorty hangs with a low clique of stoners and misfits, and he's constantly involved in shady, chaotic situations. He's the kind of guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. So, what if the killer wasn't just some random slasher? What if he was part of Shorty's extended network of weirdos? Shorty's whole vibe is, I know people. And the killer, he acts like someone who already knows Shorty's energy and respects it. Now, yes, Bobby shoots Shorty later in the movie. But remember, Bobby is not the killer who vibed with Shorty. Bobby is just one of two real killers revealed at the end. Copycatting Doofy. So anyways, the killer who smoked with Shorty, that was Doofy. That was Doofy. Shorty getting shot wasn't part of the plan. That was just Bobby panicking. And Shorty survives anyways, because Shorty is immortal. Or high. Or both. Now, here's where things get really interesting. In the Scary Movie 6 trailer, Shorty returns, older, still high, still chaotic, and the very first thing he does is lean into the camera and yell, "We back!" This is right after Ghostface appears in the subway, directly addressing the pronoun joke. But what's important about this part is that we see Shorty and the killer hanging out. The editing implies a connection, a reunion, we're back in business energy. And the movie's synopsis literally says the core four are back in the killer's crosshairs. But Shorty, he doesn't act scared. He acts like someone who's been here before and maybe still has an understanding with the masked killer. Plus, the trailer shown at Comic-Con actually showed Ray and Shorty in black robes, basically explaining their motives. But seeing this clip was exclusive to Comic-Con attendees, which means this scene could be a joke ending or a misdirect, not a real plot reveal. But if it isn't, who thrives in chaos? Shorty. So here's the full theory. The killer knew Shorty before the events of the movie. The "What's up?" call wasn't random, it was a check-in. The killer spared Shorty at the party because they were cool. Shorty's chaotic energy made him the killer's favorite. In Scary Movie 6, that dynamic returns, older, funnier, and even more meta. Shorty isn't a victim. He's not even a side character. He's the killer's unofficial homie. The one guy the killer actually respects. And honestly, it explains everything. Unless Ray and Shorty are the actual killers in this film. So, what do you think? Is Shorty secretly the killer's best bud? Did they smoke together before the movie even started? And will Scary Movie 6 finally confirm their chaotic bromance? Drop your theories in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dive chaos into the Scary Movie universe. I'm out. Stay high, stay safe,
Shorty.
And don't answer the phone unless you're ready to say,
Hey, watching the game.
"What's up?"
What you doing, son?
Nothing, just chilling, killing.
True.